took all my strength to keep QO's excitement in his poor little body here as he gets excited for Yellow Submarine taking on Team Secret, a series that we are all super excited to see whether or not Yellow Submarine can take a map or even the series up against Team Secret. I've got my panel back here. Go.QO lads. Draft number 1 coming very, very soon. What are we expecting?
Well, just judging by the initial picks and bans, Secret kind of happy with what they got. They picked up the Clockwork. I'm surprised they actually tried to ban out Lone Druid. Secret hasn't really been picking it, especially not in the first phase. So I'm not sure if it's like a research issue here or if they're actually scared of it because of the type of lineup they want to play.
What about you, QO? We're pretty deep in here. You want to start unpacking this for both teams?
I mean, I can already see that Secret wants to play really fast.
Yeah.
They wanna. I'm pretty sure that Nisha will be playing Pogna unless like there's not many special thing because I don't think Yaptor. It's not his hero. Like it can be run as post 4, but yeah, because like he's versing against Magnus, he doesn't want to give a time to jungle.
Yeah,
I think that's one big thing.
So does that mean that Team Secret are going to try and lean on something as a super hard carry for Martu then?
I'll say more snowball type of heroes because we do know that like Yellow Submariners are going to go like any sort of melee carry that can just change the game flow.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go for the Venge Drow. Secret has been a pretty big fan of that opener in general, and I think it would have been really good as well against the Magnus. But yeah, the Drow now being banned out in the second phase, so they don't have that option, that luxury to do so. But I mean, as QO said, I think the idea is to play fast. I mean, the Pugna can also be flexed. I know you said they don't normally play it on Yapsel, but it has been flexy 3, 4, and mid. So if they really want to, they can flex it in the later stages of the picking phase. That being said, I mean, is this going to be another Dagon first build-up for Yasuo on the Clockwork?
I think the reason why he did that was with the Bloodseeker, so obviously Yellow Submarine got rid of that right now. I'm looking more towards maybe like a puppy hero right now for
Mars.
Team Secret. They're going to go with the Mars, okay. So that looks more like it's going to be Zai's hero here, and that is a very quick Lina snap back here. This is a hero that I want to talk about a little bit, QR. I want to get your insights on this. You know, obviously Lacoste is a big campaigner for Lina last pick being hot garbage. But this hero seems to have a really high pick rate and really high win rate so far for ESL 1 Germany. Like, is it just because the hero isn't like a game winner for you, but just stable?
I'll say it just like solves like a lot of different problems, like with the laning or just everything. But like when you're using against like a strong team that knows how to punish the Lina, like once Lina dies once, like you're just gonna die whole game. That's the weakness about this hero. Like they're not gonna be scared about just picking Lina like itself, but you need like a really good conditions to play around with him.
Yeah, and the other thing as well to consider is Lina was mainly picked in the first few days as well, Viking, GG, Hellraisers, and normally when they pick it, it's not necessarily just for middle, it's more of a 4 position, it's a flexi opener. So, I mean, Lacoste hates the Lina, but it's mainly because of the last pick mid Lina, because it only really emphasizes on the laning phase, which is kind of a bad idea when you don't have good team fight, you don't have a good mid-game planning, you don't know how to play for objective. Lina just doesn't provide those kind of aspects, so it's better to have like the Lina as an opener and then you can 4 it, generally paired up with like Slaughter or some aggressive approach, right? But in this particular game, they have Enchantress as a pulse 5 already, they have a Magnus. We don't know if Magnus is going to be middle or if it's going to be off lane, but I mean, I don't really like the Magnus plus Lina already in the laning phase. It seems pretty weak.
It's Juggernaut.
They're going to go with the Juggernaut. Unfortunately for them, they didn't have the Faceless Void.
I mean, they have their synergies now with the Magnus and Juggernaut for the Empower, but I still feel when this gets to the mid game, how are they going to fight into this lineup of Secret? And also, in terms of zoning out Spectre early game, I think it's going to be pretty rough as well. We still don't know for sure where Pegna's going to go, but it's mostly middle. That being said, they also have played Clockwork position 5, right? So
yeah. Only thing like that I'm worrying about Secret is that Clockwork has to be sort of 5.
Yeah.
Or like they can't like play around with like Mars being 2 or like Clockwork being like 3, Pogna 4, like a lot of different options, but highly likely I think they're gonna be either picking Yapsor's hero or just like put Pogna mid because there is not many, you know, like heroes that can deal with Pogna. But yeah, like a Yellow Submarine has to pick first.
So what are you thinking then for Yellow Submarine? They're getting rid of the TA here, so What does that really lean you towards if they're banning out something like a TA here for the mid? Does that lean you towards like a leaner mid for them?
Oh no,
No,
please.
not against Clockwork and Mars and
Yeah.
Pogna. Like I think most likely Magnus
He might
has
go
to
middle.
be mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
in this feeling, but
And it's pretty bad as well against the Pugna. I think we saw this just recently. I think yesterday there was a Pugna versus...
it was the Iceberg game. It
Yes,
was an RV
yes.
game versus Cyber Legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, and Magnus just got completely crushed. You can't just utilize Empower in the laning phase because of the Decorruptify. But on top of that as well, I mean, look at Yellow Submarine's lineup. I just don't see how they can survive when it gets past the laning phase. They don't really have a way to team fights, especially if Lena's middle. I mean, Clockwork will just be on her every single time he has hookshot. And on top of that, the win condition for Secret is very easy. You just have to really play around 4-1, let Spectre farm.
So we think some more fast heroes from Team Secret.
I think Rubik would be really nice here if Secret could kind of fit it in. Pugna middle, Clock 5, have the Rubik with the Mars, and then you can steal the Empower as well early game for the Spectre, RP for late game stages. A lot of spells here, Juggernaut spells, Lena spells, everything pretty good for Rubik here.
and it's an Invoker.
Oh, okay. So
So it's a Mag 3.
Yeah.
Mag 3. Okay.
Lena 4.
This makes a little bit more sense. Kind of shores up a little bit what you guys were talking about. The fact that if the Pugna goes middle, it makes it a little bit harder for the Magnus. Is this enough team fight control to go up against the Spectre though, QI? Are you kind of concerned that Yellow Submarine might miss their timings as it starts going a little bit later against this Spectre?
I'll say like Yellow Submarine has to play more perfect.
Yeah.
In order to do that, and right now Invoker could be a good pick because I think it sort of blocks like Pogna and Mars like being mid, so they might have to just pick another mid hero here, or they have to just put Pogna. So Mars is like sort of locked in post 3 here, and I'm just wondering what they're gonna be picking for, you know, like post 4 here.
So you feel like it's either going to be a bad matchup for Nisha on this Pugna, or they're going to pick something for Yap?
Oh, okay. I was not expecting this at all.
Oh, this is... They're
matchup.
taking a leaf out of
Yeah.
OG's book.
I guess this is the answer to Invoker, like versus like versing against Invoker.
Yeah, we're going to see the Pugna being played as a medic as well here, going Tranquil Boots and just using his ulti defensively on his teammates. I mean, their lineup is really aggressive here. They have really strong matchups, especially if Nisha punishes the middle lane here, get those early timings on the Diffusal Blade, as you were mentioning in the previous series. I mean, I just don't see how they can fight past the 15-minute mark here.
Well, there's a lot of comfort here on Yellow Submarine. So bad on the Lena, collapse on the Magnus, and Maposhka on the Enchanters as well. I'm interested to see how your Taro goes as well on this Juggernaut. But lads, where are we sitting here for this first draft? Obviously, it's Team Secret. Obviously, it's Yellow Submarine. They surprised us a little bit here.
Yeah.
Can they continue the momentum into series number 2?
You gotta go with Submarine. This is your boys. This is it.
This draft doesn't give me any confidence. Like even though Yellow Submarine plays like really well, I don't think.
They'll be
I
disappointed.
think it'll be a really hard game for them.
Well, it looks like GG Bennett's saying this is going to be a pretty hard game as well. I feel like it should be a little bit closer than that. But lads, so you're going to go with Team Secret here, QO?
Yeah.
I think I have to go with Team Secret.
Alright, both these guys are going for Team Secrets. I'm a man that doesn't like going with the flow of traffic, so I'm going to go with Yellow Submarine. Let's see if we can get a Game 1 victory here for the boys in yellow. We're going to throw it to our casters once again. It's going to be OD Pixel and Fogged.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 about to kick off between Secret and Yellow Submarine. I'm OD Pixel here with Fogged. Fogged, what are you expecting from this one? This is Team Secret, but we did see Yellow Submarine pull out quite the performance the other day. Are they going to be able to do it against Secret, or are we going to see something totally different today?
I think they're still drafting very comfortable stuff and all that, and it is a little bit of a switch up here from Secret, putting Nisha on the Ricky. We did just get to see that matchup, of course, versus the Invoker. I mean, they've got a lot of very comfortable stuff, but I look at Secret, and their draft is also very strong. This Ricky really seemed to just completely break the Invoker, so I want to see what Mio's able to do this time around, because he was incredibly impressive on the Invoker when we watched him the last time. And
He really was.
and he's gone for a Quelling Blade here to start, so this is kind of cool.
I mean, I like that. You know, that shows that Secret have come in and said, right, we're gonna put the Ricky mid because we think it's strong. But Mio, he's sort of making amends. He's like, well, I've maybe he's played against this before. He's like, well, I got to get that Quelling Blade, have that. What was he on the range? +6 damage, right?
+6. So
+6 damage.
I mean, he's still lacking a lot, and that's like why you're seeing
Sure.
this Ricky picked first Invoker, because this insane. You can just trade. You're always able to trade because you have this high regen and you have just high base damage. He's trying to counteract it. So we'll see. He's straight up Q's the Blades of Attack too, so you can see he's trying to get damage in any way to be able to lane versus that. And we'll see if it pays off. Like we said, he was very impressive the other day, but we did just see this Invoker get pretty smashed by Thompson when he played the Ricky.
Let's see. Again, for people that maybe didn't see the series the other day, when it was Nigma, right? Yellow Submarine were able to take down 2-0. It was absolutely a series where it was Yellow Submarine making some very good plays. Like, these guys know what they're doing, despite the fact that a lot of viewers probably don't know the names. Just to go through them to get you familiarized. Yatoro playing the carry jug. Miposhka, you probably recognize him on his Enchantress, same hero as playing in the other series against Nigma, at least in one of the games. Mio on the mid Invoker, and then up top, so bad supporting the Lina on the Lina alongside Collapse, playing this off lane Magnus.
Yeah,
very laning into Batu and Puppy. This support Pugner as well, Fog.
Yeah, the support point. I think they just decided to switch it up when they started seeing some different hero picks. And Puppy, I don't think he really cares what he plays in most games. He seems to just as long as he can farm, he's happy. So this hero does have a Nether Blast to be able to farm and push waves out, and it also has that of course amazing life drain mechanic in the later stages, which will be great. So yeah, both games that Yellow Submarine won, they did have the Enchantress and the Void. The Void was obviously the big one, but
that's true. Yeah, they did. You're right. The Void is definitely going to be quite a bit of a missing component and a real test, right, to see what they can do without this sort of carry hero that is definitely one of the heroes that does keep winning at the moment.
Yeah, that hero just makes everything easy to execute, it feels like, because you just get to a point where we win because we have this Void. Spectre, or Juggernaut, a hero that's a lot harder to make work. So we'll see what Yatoro's able to do when he does have the backup of the Empower. We're seeing mid lane, Nisha is already taking control a bit here, Mio. Only 2 last hits. Tough lane, though, to start in for Invoker.
Very, very tough. And, I mean, you sort of consider the heroes. The fact that it is a mid-Ricky, it doesn't feel like a very easy hero to gank, right? Unless you've got some sort of long-range stun setup. I mean, like, Enchantress and Lina, they can't really help this Invoker out early.
No, definitely not. Maybe, like, if he overcommits or something, a TP with a Tornado, like the Lina can hide in the trees and get a stun, something crazy like that, but it's very, very unlikely. Nisha should be able to just keep his sustain here, not overcommit.
Yeah. I mean, for as sort of rough as the mid lane's going, sort of as expected with the Ricky counter pick against the Invoker, the side lanes looking pretty good so far for Yellow Submarine. We're seeing up top, Collapse. He's having the free farm, and down bottom as well, Yatoro not being threatened too much at all by Zai and Yapsor at the moment.
Yeah, I actually really like this top lane. I think the Lina plus the Magnus is a lane that we used to see ran a bit because you power the Lina. Lina just does great. Magnus is great on his own too. So this is just a win lane right here for Yellow Submarine. And they're applying good pressure onto Matumba. They are slowing him down pretty decently here. Only 10 CS, says Puppy.
Top lane. Puppy, one more light strike array. Wouldn't have been able to come out in time. Puppy, too speedy, able to get away. Do manage to get that courier down bottom. Miposhka taking away Yapsor's courier, and it did have all his belongings on. So Yapsor is just going to have to live life with only the brown boots for a minute.
Yeah. Important to point out that Yapsor has every single time, we see 3 minutes in, there's no side pull. He's body blocked it every single time so far this game, not committing a ward to it. Something you have to kind of do versus Enchantress.
Yeah, and I think that him doing that as well, it's obviously not really made the lane any more difficult for Yatoro, but definitely means you're not suddenly seeing these situations where Yatoro and Miposhka are able to get on top of Zai and look for the kill.
Yeah, because with like a creep, if they have anything, it's going to probably be enough to get those kills onto the Mars, like a Wild Wing, a Hellbear Smasher, anything can set up onto him.
Oh, was he Absol? I'm seeing if he's going to find an opportunity to get in onto Mio mid. 4-minute runes are out.
Zai, he body blocked the camp, but he's going to be chased for it this time.
It's a lot of damage, but not enough. Yeah, Zai's able to keep it cool. It's just down to that last tango that he's chomping on right now, so still extra regions out in the lane. He's going to have to be careful.
He tanked all that literally just because he had to block the camp. Like, he stood inside the camp and was tanking all the damage just to make sure Miposhka can't get a creep there.
Yeah, And Yapsor now returning to the bottom lane to help Zai while Zai's low HP. They do have the tower held close to the creep wave close to the tower, so some safe farm for Zai to be had with these couple of waves coming in, pushing in upon them.
Yapsor kind of just playing the leech, as I like to call in this laning start phase here. He's just there. He's just taking the XP of Zai, and Zai now, the spin, it comes back up.
They already get it. Same time up top lane. They're making moves onto Matuma-man. Matuma-man getting kind of low. Puppey will be able to stop Collapse from getting on top of Matsu there, slowing him down with the Decrepify. Bounty runes come up. Puppey in position to head over and grab this one. At the same time down bottom, Yapsor trying to run down Maposhka. Will trap him in the cogs. Yatoro's going to be able to get in, share some of the battery assault damage between the two of them. And that little bit of team play there will mean that the final few procs of the battery assault won't kill Maposhka off. He's able to get away. Puppey, of course, up top did manage to move over, get that second bounty rune. He's going to try and stand his ground against So Bad. As Puppey on the retreat. And again, just having that slightly favorable movement speed will be able to break away from the Lina.
Yep. We see that mid continue to still be difficult for Mio. He's doing okay, but Nisha's got a pretty decent experience advantage on him now.
Yeah.
And we see Yapsor, he's making a rotation over. They see limited mana on the Invoker. He doesn't have enough for a Ghost Walk if they do commit onto him.
Yeah, if Yap can somehow make his way around these trees. And Mio has got to be very careful how far he steps forward.
He's checking the top rune.
It's going to be an Invis rune bottom. That would certainly allow Yapsor to set something up.
Yeah, that's a Dream rune. They can
They can
definitely look for Miposhka on the side here. There is a level 6 Jug now they do have to worry about, though. So that Omni Slash something they'll have to always factor in, as he does find a Satyr Tormentor now with the Catapult. So pressuring the tower here pretty heavily.
That's what Yapsor wants to do. They've got the sentry down. They're going to see Yapsor coming in. Omni Slash is blown onto Zai. The Omni Slash alone not enough, but the final crit as Yatoro comes to an end will kill Zai. Yapsor also has to be a little cautious. No banner. Actually, there is now. Ooh. He's able to get enough there with that mango pass over from Maposhka, but it didn't matter. Wasn't actually able to stay on top of Yapsor, but a sweet attempt nonetheless. Still with the slow. Still feeding into Yapsor. That impetus bringing him low, but again, not quite killing him. But some smart plays here from Yellow Submarine as they're really giving it their all to continue to make this bottom lane a very nice place for Yatoro to progress in.
And look how much they got on the tower there. More than more than 1,000 damage on it, because that was during the catapult wave the entire time there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as I said, we saw this the other day from Yellow Submarine. This team's performance, it's very good. You can already tell, again, in this game against Secret, we're just 7 minutes in, but already moves are being made that many a team are just not able to pull off in the laning stage against Secret.
Yeah, drafted themselves these strong lanes, and so far no mistakes. Playing really well about pressuring too. Look at Matumba's farm. He is quite a decent margin below that Juggernaut.
Or mid lane, this time around Mio, he does get in a little too deep onto the high ground. Yapsor's able to walk up, trap him in the cogs. Mio caught. That's a little too aggressively positioned on the high ground as Secret's mid.
He's the only one who really has to be careful. But, you know, it's to be expected. Can't win all 3 lanes. They're still doing, like you said, 2 of those lanes are definitely won for them so far here in these 8 minutes.
Top lane. Look how much farm Collapse has got.
He's huge.
I mean, he's going to go for the treads into a very fast Blink Dagger because of it to make sure that they do have that playmaker. Top lane. See what Nisha's able to find. Sentry's down again, so Bad's aware. Drops down a Light Strike Array, he's able to step out of there. So Nisha not able to catch them by surprise with the movement up top.
And look how quick, even though he's not needed, Mio TP's top just in case. He's like, something may have happened, he TPs. I like those type of moves there, where he's being very adamant about following Nisha at least. Gets himself a nice little defensive ward up too, and makes his way back toward mid.
5 seconds away from Yatoro having Omni Slash once again, so the bottom lane are going to expect to see Zai and Yapsor just play a little cautiously. Definite kill potential between this Jug and Enchantress, as we have seen already 2 times this game.
Zai is 6 now, so he's also has his own strength there if they can get the people speared to the wall. Zai gets spotted for a second there.
See what they've got. The slow into the Centaur Stomp. See if this is enough damage for Yatoro to want to commit with the Omni Slash. It is. He goes straight away in onto Zai. Zai gets over the creep wave. And the Blade Fury, can he quite stay on top? He can't. And Secret, they're there with a full response. Arena's down. Zai's able to claim the kill. They just didn't quite have enough damage there. Zai tanky enough with the extra armor from the phase boots, of the bracer, the Omni Slash. You are going to need to be able to commit and connect with the full Blade Fury, otherwise you're just never finishing him off.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit of an ambitious play, though. It's like Zai is high level, too. It's like, and he's under tower, so you get extra armor under the tower as well. I think they got a little bit too ambitious there, trying to go for that one there and split themselves away. YapzOr just commits onto the Enchantress. He does more than enough magic damage to kill her.
Yep. And we see as well with Matu coming in to join with the Horn, they're just going to switch things around now. Matu's able to farm down here and in the safer position, and Zai will be able to do a good job holding onto that tower. Over in the jungle, got the catch onto Nisha, but Nisha not under any further detection. In fact,
and he goes back in.
He's going to be the one to fall as Nisha's able to jump across, get the pick off. Nisha making moves. A second kill for him this game is going to keep him well on track to a very nice diffusal blade timing mid lane. Leading from YapzOr, he's hit the 6, close to the gap straight away onto Mio with the hook shot. The crab fight from Puppy's down into the blast. It's a lot of magical damage, and Nisha, he's there for the finishing blow. Jumps in with a blink strike, claims another. 3 kills now on the mid Ricky.
Uh-oh, and we're seeing very similar stuff kind of happen to this Invoker that we did see happen in the last series. He's just very susceptible to just getting jumped, and Ricky can always do that. They also have the Clockwork versus him too. It's just an excellent matchup for YapzOr to always find those quick, easy snags.
I think sort of the eyes are going to be on Collapse. You know, this man who's had this incredible amount of free farm on the top lane. Blink Dagger is very, very close to being online. 200 gold away. So for Yellow Submarine, we've got to see what sort of moves they do start to make once the Blink's out. And you know, as I said before, when we saw them in this series the other day, they were very good at making coordinated team plays. So that's going to be the point where we'll really see if they can kick it off against Secret, or if Secret are going to just continue to get further ahead with this Matuma Man Spectre.
It's going to be huge that he has such an early blink, though, because we see Nisha versus Poshka. Finds a quick, easy one down there.
Nisha
also.
He's finding all the action.
So that'll be okay. Yeah, he is. He's getting incredibly active early on here versus such squishy heroes. They're very squishy.
Top lane Zai, trying to slow down this tower push. With the healing ward out, Yatoro and Collapse can hold their ground. Fortification comes into play, but Secret, nobody TPing up there to hold on. So the tower will go down. And that will be the money for the Blink. Zai able to get the nice snipe there with the deny, yeah. Steps in, takes that away from them.
Cheeky. They'll still have the blink finished on the mag, and what I was going to say is that he's going to have this blink at such a good time now is they haven't been able to apply tower pressure on Secret. So now this blink dagger is going to threaten a lot because they can set up around these towers pretty easily if Secret ever does look to push. Right now it's just Puppy jungling as a Pugna, but eventually they are going to look to hit those towers. So
do you want to see Yellow Submarine like go out with a smoke, get active, look for something, or you think they're fine to just keep farming with keep the jug safe and just play reactive when Secret do push for towers?
I think you're okay with just playing the farm mode. You can power, and we've seen this matchup before. I've seen this jug versus Spectre, and I've seen the jugs win in the later stages just because of how like Omni Slash and everything works, the way that your item scaling can go. So I think they're okay with it for now.
They're going to smoke. The line's being drawn down the mid lane. I mean, mid-tier 1 tower on Secret side at half HP. See what sort of plays they can make around it. Of course, still Nisha sneaking around. Will show himself mid. Do they want to try and jump for the Ricky? Collapse, he's in.
Go for him.
RP drop down. It'll drag him over in range off the Light Strike Array. Laguna as well, they'll burst him. I mean, you're going to be very, very happy with that being your first play off the back of a blink. You've killed the Ricky, who was 4-0-0. You're slowing down that diffusal. And look, the line was already drawn before that. They knew, we get this kill, we can pressure, and by the looks of it, maybe even just finish off this tier 1 tower, take it away from Secret in the mid lane. And they get Puppy. Collapse is able to get another catch. In with the blink skewer. Puppy's caught in the light strike array. YapzOr tries to come in for the tornado. It catches YapzOr mid hook shot. Still Zai's able to get in with an excellent arena. They do find the cogs catch onto Mio and Collapse. Collapse trying to get away. The light strike holds back the two of them, but Collapse will still fall, and so will Mio as Zai and Matumba do manage to turn up and turn things around. Zai in with the blink. He's still looking for Soba. The rocket flares in. Zai wants to finish this. He hasn't got mana for the spear, but the right clicks alone, they'll do it. Zai with the big cleanup.
YapzOr tries to drop his Tranquil Boots, being queued around the tower there. Yatoro, can he get it?
Coming in. He's got the Omni Slash Yatoro. YapzOr's going to go for the TPL. Oh no!
The bounces!
The neutral creeps! Oh, I mean, it was always a bit of a wishful Omni Slash. I mean, Yatoro, of course, will fondly remember the days where that used to apply a mini stun. I don't think it has for sort of the last few years. But I imagine, you know, he knew that. He was just going on hoping for the damage alone to be enough. And with those bounces, not going to happen.
Yeah. Still a really good usage of the RP. I was a little worried about if they overextend and go to fully complete the tower there, because Secret can set up like that with the Haunt. And it's Matu who gets in, gets some cleanup kills, and it's Spectre now with very solid free farm. So I was saying, you know, the Jug, he can match the farm, but you don't want to be getting out-farmed on the map from Secret, and Secret is really out-farming. Nisha pretty much has Diffusal done, Zai is farming. Everybody is really getting quite a bit on the side of Secret here. Even YapzOr, like every single one of them is farming. And we see Puppey just playing the healer. Restoring Matumba's mana back up to full. There you go, Matu. You can keep playing as Puppey's just going to go walk away with his Tranquil Boots.
Very nice. Keeping Matu on the map and on track to hit good timing with the Radiance build-up. Let's play Radiance 2300 into the Relic already.
He like never has to go back to base because of this, what Puppey's doing. Like Matu is actually, he should have gone back to base there, but he's got a Puppey just to heal him up. So, sure. And look at Puppey now, healing up the Catapult. In the mid lane, even.
I mean, it's good. This is, you know, Pugna support has always been something that has been ridiculed, I feel, but Puppey's showing its capabilities already.
No, absolutely. I mean, like, we saw Jerax, of course, you know, at TI, where he just made it so explosive.
Yeah.
This hero definitely has its merits for support. This life drain is no joke with its 7-second cooldown, and your ward is always going to do a lot inside the fights too. So.
Oh, for sure, against these casters like the Mio Invoker and the So Bad Lina.
Secret just getting a lot on the map here. They're actually getting more farm on the map than a Jug with Empower, because he's really the only one who's getting that farm on the side of Yellow Submarine. Secret just splitting up the map a lot nicer here. And we see Nisha, like with the Diffusal Blade, he can go around for these solo kills. You see how defensive Yellow Submarine's playing. Everyone's kind of playing around each other because of this. They know there's just so many different ways that Secret can set up kills around the map here. And Matu's getting just free space to farm a Radiance.
Yeah, this Relic's going to be secured very, very shortly. I mean, 10 seconds away from these creep camps respawning, along with the Ancients, of course. And one more sweep of this triangle, and that's pretty much going to be the money done for the Relic.
YapzOr spotted a bit deep here. Nisha is with him.
They're going to look to jump Miposhka. Trying to kill the Ench first. They'll find it. Miposhka goes down. So Bad and Mia have to escape. They know that the rest of Secret are ready to start chasing.
God, watching Spectre farm with Iron Talon also is just so insane. This item is just so insane on a hero like Spectre. He just he kills Ancients in no time.
I mean, is that the best tier 1 item in the game?
For certain heroes, yeah. I mean, actually, from 90% of carries,
you know what I mean? If you have a carry, then Iron Talon is the best item in the game, it feels, at the tier 1 level drop.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it just gives attack speed, armor, and the chop quell effect is just insane. Just whenever you're able to utilize Ancients as heroes that just normally can't easily, just makes it look that much stronger. As he's just like, he's farming in the safest place in the map too. Like there's no way that they can do anything to contest him, while his team farms the the slightly harder ones. Like Matu has no worries or cares in this game. He's like, this is the freest Spectre.
We're going to have a big movement from Yellow Submarine, as they're straight to the top. They're looking for Zai, but Zai, as soon as he's aware something's up, he's into the trees and he's out of there. So this smoke and this TP as well from Mio up to the top tier 1. I mean, see if they can at least find Puppey, and we'll catch him heading up to the high ground. TP's already coming in though. Puppey's ready to hold his ground. YapzOr's in straight away with a hook shot onto So Bad Lina. Mio trying to help So Bad out. He will be forced to the side. Jump forward from Collapse. The shockwave will finish off Puppey. Tornado from Mio laid down as he tries to back away. Matu's coming with the Horn. They've found the Lina. Matu now jumping over to join forces with Zai to look for the Miposhka. Collapse. Will manage to TP out in time, but Zai jumps over and spears Enchantress straight in her face. As 2 dead on Yellow Submarine again. You know, they're trying to make some magic happen with these moves, but Secret are just so responsive.
It's instant too. Like immediately when Puppey starts getting gone on, everybody TPs in there at the ready to battle, because everyone's they're just getting to chill back and farm, so they have all their TPs at the ready, and because of the location of the fight, it's just easy for them to show up there versus Yellow Submarine.
Exactly, especially when it's Puppey. You know, you don't want to be the teammate that didn't TP in for Puppey.
Yep, especially when Puppey's doing this. He's like, Zai, you're low on mana, you TP'd, I give you mana. Let me life drain you back up there.
Game's still looking strong for Yatoro, though. You know, he's keeping up with the Spectre. I mean, when he has the MKB, is it, at this stage of the game, are you saying, you know, for the Jug to really get to the point where he's ready to really force the fights, he's got to get the MKB and the Ags, or can they start looking for action with the MKB alone?
No, they can. It's just really going to be up to how they can initiate is the issue. It's really all up to Collapse to initiate because Mio's game has been shut down so hard. So it's just tough for them to really look for those fights because it seems like it's Secret getting the fights every time with Haunt available. When it's such a long cooldown, they're able to just pick and choose their battles.
So what they can get here, Collapse is trying to find a catch. They do get Nisha onto the side, but Nisha quickly with that little jump of the tricks of the trade.
Oh, and the Omni's wasted.
Oh, he didn't, did he? He did. He did drop the Omni in that attempt. That's going to hurt. Maybe they could at least find Yapsor. No, Yapsor's out in the trees. Now Zai jumps forward, gets the spear connection onto Yatora. They've already lost so bad on the backline. It's Tanisha. As Yatora's going to go for the Blade Fury TP out. That will help him get back to safety. Collapse also into the trees with the Blink TP will make it out of there. But there's a dagger on its way over towards Maposhka and Puppy and Nisha. They're there with the wraparound, catching them off on the attempted escape. As they'll burst down another. Mio's still on the run, but the dust is out upon him. Nisha just continuing to run him down. Mio's got to hope for his best with these jukes of the trees, but Zai's going to be coming over in a second with a spear, and there he is. Lands it perfectly through the tree line. Secret claim a third kill, and this tier 1 tower should be theirs. And now you know, this lead, it really is building up a 7k lead for Secret. Things are looking very, very tough for Yellow Submarine.
Oh, it's just so out of hand. Like, even top, you see the Jug, like, gets speared. Yapsor initiate on the backline to make sure, just to make sure that the Magnus can't get any type of setup. They're covering all their bases, executing the fights super well on the side of Secret. And now they have Haunt anyway now. With a Radiant Spectre, they're slamming this game now.
Yeah, straight to Roche. I know there isn't an RP. Well, there is an RP, but there's no Omni Slash. Yeah, until Yatora does have the axe, he's got to be very careful how he looks to commit with any sort of slash onto the Riki. As we've seen just the numerous jumps available for Nisha to escape from that sort of play. So yeah, Roche down, goes the way of Secret. Matu with the Aegis on top of that Radiance. This Spectre,
problems.
A huge nightmare already.
Haven't killed him yet. He's very tanky with 1800 HP and an Essence Ring. And Pugna more than likely going to life drain him if he ever gets in a tough scenario. This is looking real rough, Owen. And, you know, we're talking about the Mag with this early Blink Dagger. He hasn't gotten to be able to find, like, any of these RP setups. And now it's so hard for him because he's playing into, like, Rockets, Rockets, Radiance.
Toro will manage to spin in time there before Zai comes in with a Blink Spear. On the mid lane, a bit of an attempt, but the smoke screen's down. Now Matu's in with a Haunt straight away on so bad in the arena. Zai traps both Mio and Yatora. Yatora's going to come in with the Omni Slash, but Zai, he's got a little help from his friends as he holds close. Yatora drops the healing ward. It's not enough to save him. He goes down, Collapse, trying to skewer in Yapsor deeper, but the defensive prep fight from Puppy keeps Yapsor safe when the tower hits. Secret, they kill off a fourth. As Secret, they are not messing around here. 22 minutes in, 19-5. This game looking to be another one in the books.
They
and
called
it is. They call it. I mean,
it feels pretty
Secret.
over. I can agree with
Secret, and you know you're probably not going to turn it around. But I mean, that GG was called before the mid-tier 1 tower went down. That's probably one of the earliest objective-wise GGs I've seen. But as you said, the game was almost. Well, I like to see people try and play to the end. They had a Magnus, you know, they could have RP'd them pushing into the base, but sure, I mean, it was maybe at 90% lost, but I mean, they call it. They just don't feel it's worth playing out the rest of that game. And wow, I mean, yeah. Well, what do you reckon, folks? I mean, I said you do feel them there, right? You know, you're playing against Secret. You kind of know that odds are this game's lost, but they call it.
I think just too many mistakes this time around. Yellow Submarine, like these small mistakes, like you're playing for Secret, right? This is what we always say. It's like these small mistakes, they go leaps and bounds. They just look that much worse when you miss an Omni Slash, when you get double killed bottom, when you go for a kill on Zai, stuff like this. Like, you can't make these mistakes versus Secret in any situation like this. And yeah, Secret, as always, continuing to impress, and Matu having an absolutely flawless game, and I think that's why they GG'd out, right? 209 Spectre with a just like, no thank you. Don't want to play into that.
For sure. I mean, it's as I said, maybe there would have been like the 1%, maybe 5% chance of turning it, but as we see Yellow Submarine just, they opt to invest their efforts into the next game. You know, it's a best of 3, game 1, they'll ride it off. Well done, Secret, you got us there. Let's see what they're able to do in game 2, if they're able to come in with sort of clean heads and clean minds and approach this with something different. Because first game, it was another Secret show as Secret forced the early GG, 22 minutes in, and whilst the tier 1 mid tower is still up, I think that's a new one even for Secret.
It's still the same. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this